Okay, so okay, so basically, whoa. It's okay. It's okay. The full process of everything. So after the baby is born, when you have the baby at home, you're supposed to get checked out. So I was supposed to go at least see somebody professional within days of the baby being delivered. And we didn't do that. We waited the 5th day, and the reason we went was because we were worried about his eyes. His eyes had a lot of red in the eyes, and we wanted to make sure, because him being stuck for 2 minutes, we didn't want anything to be wrong, like pressure or anything, if that is what caused all the redness in his eyes. He got quiet because mommy talking. He loves when mommy talk. We were concerned. After we had the baby, the doula just left. Like, she didn't even, I didn't even hear from her until that day when he was 5 days old, because my pediatrician, his doctor, was asking who was there and all of that, and how did you deliver the baby? And I was saying it was me, my husband, and my doula or whatever. And he was like, did you have a midwife? And I was like, no midwife was there. She told me I didn't need a midwife. He was like, what's her name? And I gave him the name and all of that. And he contacted her. So I didn't even know he found her, because I didn't even know the woman's real name. She just kept giving me this nickname. And that was the name she was going by. So he still found all of her information, even with me just giving her that name. So when I gave him that, I had to go to the Florida Health Department to, they said he needed a vitamin K shot. That's what the doctor kept telling us. He was telling us that this is something the babies get when they're first born. And it's a shot that's needed just in case, you know, if we were to get in a car, because, you know, when you take the babies home from the hospital, you can get into a car accident. Anything can happen to the baby could fall, anything can happen. The vitamin K shot is supposed to help the blood thicken up so that you don't bleed in the inside or something like that. If I'm wrong, I'll put a little quote right here, because I can't remember completely. My mind be everywhere. I got 5 children. So he was saying that, and we were like, okay, we need this vitamin K shot. And he was like, okay, the thing is, we don't have it here. So he didn't have it there. He wanted us to go to the Florida Health Department. So we went over there. Then I went over there, and it was very ghetto. I hate going in places like that with people who don't like their job. And it's not, you know, everybody don't like their job, and that's fine. But don't take it out on me. So I was dealing with a real ghetto girl in there. She was getting on my nerves. And she was also Latino. So she was trying to act all racist and all that stuff. Only one that was trying to help me was the little young black guy. He was in there. He was being very nice and trying to accommodate me. And I was being nice to her too. She just had this really stink attitude, like so stink, like for no reason. So that upset me so bad. She was saying, we don't do it here. And I'm like, why are you even talking like that at a front desk? She was like, we don't do it here. And she's Latino. And I'm like, okay, is there, I asked for, who is it? The pharmacist. I was like, can the pharmacist come down and just let me know the information I need about the shot, so I can go tell my pediatrician that, you know, y'all don't have it or whatever, so that I could figure out where we need to go. We don't do that either. I'm like, oh my God, like, it was just getting so frustrating. And in the middle of me going back and forth with her, the doula was calling me. And she was like, hey, how you doing? Out of nowhere. This was her first time contacting me. She was the first one to reach out to me. She was just calling to see how, she just was like, hi, just calling to check on you. Mind you, we're supposed to be doing our placenta encapsulation. We didn't do none of that. She didn't even try to reach out about it or nothing. Like, placenta just sitting. And I was like, okay, oh, let me fix. I don't need y'all. Y'all already seen enough of the chest. But I was already contemplating, because I was a little upset because what I was going through inside the health department with the lady. So she was telling me, she heard me arguing with the lady about the vitamin K shot. And she was like, why are you there talking about a vitamin K shot? And I was like, no, my pediatrician told me he needs the vitamin K shot and he needs it ASAP. He's a newborn, he needs it fast. So we trying to get it as fast as we can. And this is where he told us to come to, but they telling me they don't do it here.
Mind you, it's mandatory. Like when you have a newborn, you're supposed to get the vitamin K shot so they don't bleed out.
Yeah, they do it in the hospital.
In a car accident, if they fall out the bed, because the bleeding doesn't stop. So in the doula, she was saying that we didn't need to do it.
Yeah, she was on the phone telling me, you don't need no vitamin K shot. None of my kids got the vitamin K shot. And we like, okay, but the way he's talking to us, he telling us this is life or death kind of, because if something happened,
important, but she was real passive about it.
Yes, and the way he was telling us, we trusted him because this was the first place we took our newborn to. Even though he kept saying the baby looked perfect, the baby looked healthy, everything looks good on him, but I really, mom and dad, we need you to get that vitamin K shot. He made it so important to us. Me and my husband riding around everywhere trying to figure out how we're gonna get this done, where we're gonna get it done, and where can we get it from. So the whole time she's like, he should not be telling you that you need that. My doctor would never do nothing like that and all of that stuff, just telling us how we just don't need it. It's not important. Only reason he would need it is if he was getting what is it, babe? A circumcision. And we were like, okay, but it's not about circumcision. The doctor was saying literally he needs it for his blood, just in case something was to happen to him. And she was like, no, you don't need to get that. Did your other kids get that? Mind you, I had all of my other kids in the hospital. I've never had a home birth. So you know, when you're in the hospital, they give the babies, newborns, their little shots. When they take them away from you for 30 minutes and bring them back, they do all the blood work, they do all the shots and all of that stuff right there when the baby is within a couple hours old. Yep. They do all of that. So of course my other babies done got all of that stuff. I just don't know it, but they done got it because all of them was born in the hospital. Okay, that's number one. She trying to peer pressure me and my husband to not get it. And she even told us, if I was y'all, I would not be listening to him. You tell him, hey, we are natural. We want to do what we want to do. And we don't need the vitamin K shot. And I'm like, girl, I don't even talk like that. Why would I be talking to this man like that? And I'm going to have to be bringing him here for his checkups and all of that stuff. Like, no, I'm not about to do that. And I'm not about to be looking all around the place for no new doctor, because it took me forever to find that pediatrician for my kids. So, and it's a really good office. I like the office. It's just, sometimes things be a little hectic, but that's what all doctors' offices. I think that's how it goes with pediatricians. So that was strike one. And then what happened after that, my doctor called me when we was on our way back home. And mind you, this lady done called me 5-6 different times trying to talk about this damn vitamin K shot and how it's not important, y'all. So doctor called me and he's like, hi, mom and dad. I was on speaker, me and my husband driving home. And he was like, so did you get it figured out? And I was like, no, they just told me that I'm not able to do it there and that I needed to see if you could send me somewhere else to get it done. And he was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I have somebody who can be able to do it for you. Come here. Come here. What are you laughing at? I think I'm gonna put him on his carrier so he can eat, because he heavy. Hold on. All right. So I don't know where I was. I was saying, yeah, so the doctor had called us a few times. I got a little milk right there. And he had me and my husband pretty much worried. And she just kept, she sent me the article and I was trying to read over it. And she kept making it seem like we didn't need it. And then the doctor called back and he was like, you didn't find anybody yet? And we were like, no. And he was like, okay, I got someone who has experience in this and she's going to be able to help you. I'm just waiting on her to get back to me on if she has the shot or not. And I'll call you back and let you know if she does. If she doesn't, I'll call you back also and let you know that she doesn't. But I'm pretty sure she has it. I'm just waiting on her to call me back. And I was like, thank you so much. I'm so excited. And I was just trying to figure out if, did we need to do anything? Is there anything extra we need to pay? Or is his insurance going to cover this and all that stuff? And he was just informing us that we're going to be completely fine. He just needs to speak with her first, and then he'll be able to give me all of the information. I'm like, good. Thank God. I'm praying, thanking God, and I'm just happy. And he's like, so be on the lookout for my call. And mind you, before that, he had done called us like 6-7 times. That's why we were so worried and anxious, and just anxiety was just way up here. So she calls back again, and she's like, okay, I found this lady. She was actually my doula, and she helped me, and she can give you the vitamin K shot. Call her. She has the vitamin K shot if you want it. And I'm like, I am going to get it. And I don't know if I would need to call her or not yet, because my pediatrician called me telling me he got somebody that might be able to help me. And she was like, well, call her first and see what she says, because she can help you. And but you don't need it. She probably going to tell you the same thing, because I let her know everything. So call her and see. I called this lady, y'all. Mind you, my doctor told me I'm most likely not going to have to pay for anything. She tells me it's $500 because she has to come to my house, and that's a traveling fee plus the shot fee, because we didn't do it when he was born. And I was like, no, okay, it's fine. She was like, okay, so, well, since you're not going to do it, but I would recommend you tell that doctor that you're going about your own ways with the vitamin K shot, and that you don't have to listen to people who are forcing you to do things you don't want to do. And I was like, I never told him that I didn't want to do that. So I don't know what the doula told her on the phone. She must have been telling her stuff, but I never told him that I never wanted the vitamin K shot. That's what's, we getting somewhere. So she said that. I was like, I never said that. And she was like, okay, well, I'm just call me. You have my number. If you need it, I'll come, and I can come today. Or I know she said she'd come first thing in the morning the next day. And I was like, okay. I hung up. Me and my husband looked at each other. We was like, I'm not calling her. $500 for what? And I was still catching up when we just moved here. So, yeah, the doctor calls back. Thank God. He called back, and he was like, okay, I have the approval. She has the vitamin K, and she can come see you tonight. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. We was just thanking him, and we were just saying how blessed we felt. We were just excited because we wanted him to get this shot. The way the doctor was explaining it, we were scared something was going to happen, and we thought we was in trouble. So we was like, thank you so much. So do we just go home now? Do we come back to the office? Do we need any paper for her or anything? He was like, nope, she's going to have everything you need. And the insurance is going to cover it. I'm actually need you to call her and confirm that you're going to be home and everything so she can come by. And he gave me all her information. And he was like, I'm really happy. I was worried about this. I was over here trying to figure out what we could do for the little man. And I had him on my mind so hard. I had to figure this out on my personal time. Because this was after hours. Like, it was about like 5:30 when this was going on. So we had went to the doctor's appointment early in the morning. This was taking all day, phone calls. And then it was finally after about 5:30, 6 o'clock, he had got the yes from her or whatever. And we were just so happy and thankful. So he was like, yeah, once we get all that situated, Mom, me and you and Dad, we have to talk about what happened at the birth. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm okay with talking about what happened at the birth. He was like, yes, it's very, very important to please, once everything is done, and you get some rest, call me back, you and Dad, so we can get the story right. And I'm like, get the story right? Okay, I'm confused. And he was like, okay, so I did want to let you know before we get into everything. The doula did say that you denied her. You told her you did not want the vitamin K shot when he was born. I said, huh? He was like, she informed me that you told her you didn't want the vitamin K shot and you all were anti-vaxxers. I said, I've never been an anti-vaxxer for one. Two, I would never tell a doctor no for my child, something important like this for my child, if I knew about it. She never brought up a vitamin K when we had him. Like, nothing. She just was trying to be me and my husband's friend, trying to be buddy and stuff. Like, she wasn't really talking about what we were supposed to be doing. And she would always ask, y'all got questions? We didn't know what to ask. We were trying to get all the important information she was supposed to give us. So we didn't know that we were supposed to do that. And he was like, I understand, Mom. And you wouldn't know because this was your first time, like you said, doing it at home. I said, yes. No, I never done it at home before. So he was like, okay, it's fine. And it's fine. I totally believe you. And that's why I want to get down to the story. Because you're saying you didn't know about it, but she's saying she told you and you said you didn't want it. And I got so freaking mad. I got so mad. I said, yeah, Doc, thank you for telling me that because I don't know. All day she's been telling me that I didn't need the vitamin K shot, but she told you that I told her I didn't want it. That's weird to me. And then he was saying that she was telling me that I needed it and the baby needs it. It's important. And I'm like, that is so crazy. I'm going back and forth with her, telling her that you was telling me it's important. So she copying what I'm saying to you. That's weird to me. He was like, yep, I was trying to figure out, but I could hear in her voice that she was not being honest with me. That's why I said I wanted to speak with you. The story that she was telling me about the birth doesn't sound right. So we're going to talk about it later. I don't want you to get worked up. I said, I'm already worked up. I'm kind of upset right now. She lied on me to you. And that can get me and my husband in trouble. And he said, well, you're not in any trouble. I'm going to make sure y'all are okay. And tonight the baby is going to get the shot. Thank God. He even said, thank God we're going to be getting this done. This is amazing. And I'm like, that is amazing, but I'm blown away right now. So he was like, don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it later. And, also he said that she told him that all of her kids got the vitamin K shot, but she told me none of her kids ain't got the vitamin K shot. They don't need it. Why would you tell him that all of your kids got it and how it's important? And you was trying to push it on me, and I was just telling you no, but you telling me, no, you don't need it. None of my kids got it. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know if she was trying to keep herself out of trouble or what, but this was some crazy stuff, like, out of nowhere. And then, yeah, I was just freaking mad. Me and my husband was in his snapping. We was like, that bitch better not come near here. Like, we was mad. We was so mad. And then later, the lady called. I called her. And I was like, hey, it's Alicia. My doctor told me to call you about I'm the one that needs the vitamin K for her newborn. She was like, yes. First of all, I want to apologize on all midwives' behalf for not being there for you. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. We were kind of put in a position that we didn't understand. And she was like, yeah, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That should not have went that way. You were supposed to have medical professionals there. And I said, yeah, I know now. And she said, why didn't you have a midwife? I said, this lady told me we didn't need one. What? She was saying, why didn't we have a midwife? And I said, she's the one who told us that we didn't need one because we're having our 5th baby. Even though this was our first home birth, she said we didn't need a midwife. And she told us we should not get one. And us being stupid and naive and vulnerable at the time, we listened to her. And I stopped looking for a midwife. Mind you, I had been looking for a midwife every single day. And she was like, honey, I was here. I'm like, I didn't know. I could not find your information. I never even knew you existed. Like, I just got your information. I wish I had known. She was like, I just did a home birth 3 days ago. I was like, so you just be doing home births? Like, I was so shocked. I started crying. I was like, I feel so used. I let a stranger in my home who was lying on me to my pediatrician, making me look bad. Like, I just feel so stupid. I feel used. I feel like I just got taken advantage of. I was just hurt. I was crying a lot. And she felt so bad on the phone with me. She even sounded like she was crying. She was like, this is my passion. Like, I hate the fact that you're sitting over there 5 days postpartum and no doctor has checked you. And I said, no. She didn't. She told me, we asked her when we had the baby. She was leaving. She kept trying to rush out. We asked her, what do we need to do? What else do we need to do after we done had the baby? She was like, nothing. Just breastfeed him. And I said, what about me? She was like, drink lots of tea. That's it. That's all she said. She just left us here just like that. And put my placenta in the freezer and just left. Like, that was it. Mind you, she kept saying, I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm going to give you a day. I'm going to come back on Monday, and then we're going to encapsulate the placenta. Because I want you to be taking your pills right away so you don't get postpartum depression. Never talked about the placenta to me ever again after that. Like, she just left. That was it. The first day she called me was when he was 5 days old, asking me, how are we doing? Randomly, when I'm out from the doctor's office. Mind you, I think the doctor had already called her as soon as we left, and that's why she called me. Because she randomly called me talking about I'm calling just to see how y'all doing. You randomly calling me? That was weird to me. And then my doctor said he had already talked to her. So I had put everything together. Me and my husband was doing the little mathy math later on that night, and we figured it out. Like, she already knew something was up. She had already lied on us, but she was talking to me, still trying to be my friend that day. And yeah. So later that day, she kept trying to call that day. After I found out she lied on me and stuff, I didn't answer the phone from her no more. I was really upset with her. And but I was still trying to play it cool because she was in trouble and I didn't even know. They told me that she was already in some trouble, and I was like, oh, this guy was doing this for a reason, removing people from me, because I don't want to be involved in none of that, whatever she got going on. So I just stopped communication. Especially, it's gonna get further. That's when I really stopped communication. So she was telling me she was gonna be coming, that it was gonna be a little later because she had a client that she had to go to, and she just had the baby a couple hours ago, and she had to go back over there to give her something, and then she was gonna come to me. So we confirmed everything, and she came at night around, like, I think it was around like 8:30 at night that she came and gave the baby his shot. And she checked me, and she told me that I was torn, but I didn't need any stitches, so I was going to heal myself, and that she wanted me to keep my legs closed at all times until my 6 weeks. Like, don't be spread wide open at all. Just keep it closed so it can heal correctly, and keep it clean down there. Of course, your girl gonna keep it clean. So I did all of that, my healing and everything. And me and her kind of had a heart-to-heart, about the situation. She asked me what happened at the birth. I told her the story, and she got teary-eyed and was a little watery. And she felt just bad. She just felt so bad for me and my husband. She was apologizing, and she was saying that she hated that we went through that or whatever. So she was asking me who the lady was. I gave her the lady's name, and she was like, I know her. And then she was saying that I know who that is, and she's not supposed to even be doing anything like this. And I was like, are you serious? She was like, yes, she's not even supposed to be doing an assisted birth, like nothing like that. I got so scared, y'all. I was like, I had this lady in my house. I had this lady meeting my family, meeting my mom-in-law, talking to my mom. Like, this is not okay. Like, you got my mom in here hugging you in my bedroom. Like, it just threw me off. I feel like I had an imposter in here. I got so scared. Like, I just felt like I got robbed. You know what I'm saying? Thank God she didn't, because she was trying to take my placenta, and then she was saying she was going to bring it back. And I was like, just leave it in the freezer. I didn't want her to take it away from me, because I don't know what she was going to do. In my mind, it was just smart for me to leave it here, because why would you take it? So, yeah, she told me, the shot was, he wasn't gonna get a fever or nothing. That's just a regular newborn shot. He's gonna be fine. It didn't even get a lump or anything. Like, when the babies get shots, they get like a little lump that you gotta massage so they don't get sore. He didn't get none of that. He was perfectly fine. And so yeah, I hate thinking about this because I get real mad because I am not gonna cry. Cause like when he was born, y'all saw what happened. Like he was stuck. That's the only reason I appreciate that lady, because she stepped in and did something she wasn't supposed to do and saved my baby. And me, she saved me. If she didn't jump in, because my husband was trying to do it, but he didn't know what he was doing. She wasn't even telling him really what to do. She wasn't guiding him enough to tell him what to do. But she interfered and helped him get the baby's shoulder out so he could fall out. And thank God she did that, because it just started, getting bad. And he literally was blue. He was purple. He was like, so it was really scary. But after that, the next day, she called and she was like, so did you, so you weren't going to do it no more? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, so now you need to, get the baby registered. Like, she's saying all of this stuff that the midwife was telling me last night. Because the midwife was telling me everything I needed to do, which she didn't do. And now this lady was trying to tell me all of this. This was actually 2 days later. 2 days later, she was reaching out. I don't know if she got in trouble at this time, the 2 days later, and something happened or what. But that's when she was trying to reach out to me and tell me I need to get the baby registered. Oh, I need to be trying to do this and get the birth certificate. I need to do this and trying to say all of this stuff now when he's a week old. And mind you, I had already found out what I needed to do and tried to get right on it. So once that happened, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep in contact and try to, I'm gonna get them to send you what it was she was saying, the form. And then she was like, yeah, I had called the Florida Health Department. I was calling them and I was acting like you. I just played like I was you so that they could send me the email so I could send it to you. So I'm going to forward it to you. I was like, you did. I couldn't even fathom what she said. I was just like, you did that. And she was like, yeah, I just had played like I was you so they could send it to me. You know how, so they could send it. And I was like, okay, but I just let it go past me because I really wasn't trying to talk to her. So I didn't want to seem like I was mad at her because she know where I live. And I ain't want to have to put that to use. So I was like, let me not bring no hostile into this and all that stuff. I just try to keep it calm and collective and part ways easily, because I don't ever want to have no people, no bad left off stuff. I just wanted to, like that. So she was like, I'm gonna forward you the email that the lady sent me. And once you do all of that, my sister, she lived with me, but she lives 6 minutes down the street with me in my house. She can notarize it for you. That automatically did sound right in my head to me. I just knew something was off when she said that. I was like, she just said her sister lived with her down the street 6 minutes in her house. Oh, Lord, I don't know what person we was dealing with. So she was saying the lady can notarize the paperwork for me so we can get everything situated. And I was like, okay. I just said, okay. But no. I hung up, got the email. After that, I ain't say nothing else to her. After she told me she called them people acting like me, that was it. That was it. I was like, I don't know what else you can do. If you could call somebody acting like a person, if you could call somebody a place like that and act like a person, I don't know what else you capable of, Miss Lady. I need to part ways and say a prayer, because it's getting way too deep. So I just stopped responding. And next thing you know, that same day, mind you, I've been getting phone calls left and right. I'm stressed out. Me and my husband is stressed out. I'm tired of crying at this point. Another new phone call I get is from her company, or the company she used to work with. They called me and telling me to stop all communications with her And I was like, oh, I already did that because she was kind of being weird. And they were like, yeah, no phone calls, no talking with her and all of this stuff. And that she's in trouble for something previous that happened. And I'm like, why y'all ain't tell me that before she was assigned to help me? You know, like, I wish I could have gotten like an insight before then. She was like, oh, I apologize. She should have informed you that she wasn't allowed to do that because it's listed here already. And I'm like, but y'all was letting her do that, like, even this whole time. Like, it's not fair that, you know, once she, it wasn't fair. I was like, I really wish I would have, you know, gotten in meets with somebody else and not having to went through all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I almost could have died at home and it would have been kind of her fault, you know, me and my baby. So yeah, she wasn't even supposed to be doing that. They was telling me to stop communication and asking me y'all, it was crazy. They was asking me if I want to go ahead and press charges. They talking about the police. They talk about crazy stuff. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, I should not be dealing with all of this. I'm like, I'm not doing none of that. I just want to be done with this. I just want y'all to stop calling me. I want everything to be done. And she was like, yeah, it's just a courtesy call because we have to call all the clients that she has had just to inform them to cut all communication. And I'm like, okay, so y'all calling all of us and asking us about the police, like, y'all doing all of that for what? Like, what else did she do? And she was like, well, we cannot speak on everybody else's situation with her. We can just only speak on what happened with you. And then she was like, the only thing I have to call and talk about is the birth and what happened with the process leading up to the birth, the weeks up to it. Did she come visit and all of that? And I told them how everything was and all of that. And she was like, okay, your pattern seems exactly the same as everyone else's. She did the same exact thing. So yes, this is are the same situations pertaining to the one that got reported. So just cut all communications. And I'm like, this lady done got reported. And why couldn't none of that happen before she met me so that I wouldn't have to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? So I guess she got in trouble with them for something else. I don't know what happened with I wish I knew the person or whatever happened so that I could speak with them just to, you know, see what happened with them, you know, just, you know, kind of like, what is the word when you want to be? No, like a heart to heart, like being. I wanted to speak to the other girl who was saying she went through something with her, like to get an understanding, like is it heart to heart? I guess, I don't know. I can't find a word, but just to understand the situation and see if it was similar to mine or not, you know. But either way, we just kind of got played basically, and she just was trying to get her money and just go on about her business. That's what I kind of felt like she was trying to do. And she was not educating us at all. And that's what I hate the most. I feel like I could have learned a lot more from someone else. And it's just a lot to it that I don't want to say, because at the end of the day, I don't want to put her on blast. I don't want to put, you know, none of that on here. I just want to give y'all the little main reasons of why y'all were in the comments like, something's off with that doula. Yeah, it was a lot off with the doula. It wasn't just something. It was a lot. And I just feel like if y'all are going to be dealing with a doula, make sure you contact their higher ups, their people, and make sure they're supposed to be doing what they're telling you they're doing, and make sure they're educating you and speaking to you what they're supposed to be, you know, speaking to you about. Don't let them influence you to do something you're not supposed to be doing, like telling you not to have a midwife. Nobody should be telling you to do that. Nobody should be implementing their opinion on you, like them telling you your baby don't need a vitamin K shot, but then telling other people they kids got the vitamin K shot. Like, you make me feel like my baby trash, like my baby, you just okay with my baby dying if he hit the floor, but yours is okay. Like, that's not okay. A real human being would not do that. You're supposed to look out for me. And then I wanted so bad the support from a Black person. I just wanted that support because every time I had a baby, I felt like I was really dealing with racism in the hospital. I really was. I felt that. So I wanted some, a better experience with a Black doula. And I'm like, dang, I try to do, the Black thing, and then look what happens. It's like you just get played. And I'm like, why can't we just... I was like, I really wish I would have met the right Black doula or something and just got a good experience. And now I just feel like I shouldn't even been looking for no color type of doula. I just should have been looking for a midwife, somebody, it don't matter what color, just to help me. You know what I'm saying? So that me and my husband would have to be dealing with all of this, So, yeah, we finally got all our paperwork. His social is coming in the mail. His card is coming in the mail, and we got that all situated, and it's just been a headache. We finally got it now that he's 2 months old. So it just took a lot because of the crazy stuff that was, going on. But as long as you're not in a messed up situation and you have a midwife there, you ain't gonna have to go through the headache that I went through, okay? And just do your research on the people who you got helping you when you're having a baby. If you're dealing with a doula, like, do your, background check on them. Because you never know who you're dealing with. And they come into your house and stuff like that. It's just crazy. I feel horrible for letting her in my house because I don't know the person I was dealing with. That's scary. I had kids. Like, not just my baby I just had. I had other kids too around her. Anything could have happened. So I just thank God my baby is here and he is safe. He's safe. He's safe and he's here. And I do appreciate her for stepping in and helping my husband. But, other than that, I wish her the best of luck. God bless her and what she got going on. I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't have no animosity towards nobody. If I see her ever in public, I'm walking straight past. I don't see you, because at the end of the day, what you did, what happened, that wasn't supposed to happen. And you don't treat people like that. And you know how vulnerable I was. I cried to you. And I just feel like, you kind of like lied in me and my husband's face, and that wasn't okay. Y'all have to be careful of people. And she showed me why I don't trust people. This is why me and my husband don't, try to get cool with people. And she was trying to do the friend thing. The kids play and my husband and her husband chill and we chill. Like, no, you just showed me I can't trust nobody. I don't want to do that with nobody because nobody is genuine. It's like we always being nice and it's like we always get shitted on. It just always happens like that. I don't know why. And we be just being as nice as we can be and we just get played. I just don't like it. So I'm tired of people being fake. I'm just done. This my last son. I'm not having no more babies. I don't want to have no more kids. That was very life threatening. Anything could have went wrong, and it did, as y'all can see. But I'm gonna just end it right there. I don't want to, I don't want to bad face nobody. I just want to cut it right there, pretty much. So say bye. I like how he said bye. He said, so cute. But yeah, I hope y'all kind of got a pretty, understanding of what happened. That's the basics. I don't want to go full detail about everything that happened because I just don't want to dig into it. But I gave you the rundown, so that should help out. I hope y'all enjoyed the little story time, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Bye. Say bye. This how big he is, y'all. So y'all can see. 2 months old. Side, front. Bye. You end it. Look at his little hand. You end it. on.